underway. Peter Maivia versus George the Animal Steele. Most of the matches between Peter Maivia and George Steele have ended inconclusively, but this time we'll have a winner.
These are two very different men, Cole. The High Chief is a man of great pride and respect for the ring, while Steele is, well, he's an animal. I can't think of two opponents with more opposing styles.
You said it, Corey. Let's just hope this one gets taken care of in the ring tonight.
The Animal has to be elated to be in this steel cage against one of his biggest rivals, no less.
Yeah, Byron, we've seen the Animal brandish a weapon against Peter Maivia before when it was against the rules. The High Chief better be prepared for Steele to get even crazier.
Oh, Maivia is prepared, all right. The man is extremely tough and agile. In fact, the High Chief's entire body can be considered a weapon.
Oh, I got it.
There's a headbutt.
Peter Maivia is looking unstoppable now.
Yeah, Maivia has really figured the Animal out here. Nice takedown, stacked for the pin.
Turns the tables, shoulders down. He's able to kick out before two.
Close call, but not enough yet.
George the Animal Steele is not a wrestler by any stretch of the imagination, guys. He's a true brawler.
And he might be the best brawler in WWE, Michael. There is no shortage of fight in the Animal.
But you know who might be a better brawler, guys? The High Chief, Peter Maivia. When you consider that Maivia is also an excellent high flyer and a great technician, well, you can see why the High Chief is the favorite in this match, even with the steel cage stipulation.
Ooh, point of the elbow counters that.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move.
Peter Maivia turns that around. When a man like Peter Maivia signs up for a match with the Animal, he doesn't know what to expect, just to expect anything in the world.
Peter Maivia knows full well that he's in for some unusual treatment tonight. In fact, Steele often has trouble finding opponents due to his erratic nature.
But when it comes to competition, the High Chief wants to prove he's worthy of that name. Peter Maivia will take on any competitor, no matter the difficulty.
Two very opposing styles in every sense of the word, Corey. High Chief Maivia is a much more physically gifted and talented athlete in the ring than Steele. What's it going to take for the Animal to get the upper hand here?
Well, he's got to be even more chaotic than ever inside this cage. Nothing about Steele makes sense to someone as traditional as Maivia. There's never any telling what the Animal's going to do in a match, and he needs to keep it that way.
Oh, what an uppercut! Jarring. Peter Maivia very tough, but he also has movie star good looks. Quite the combo.
And it served him well, Michael. In fact, the High Chief has major acting and stunt work credits to his name. And who knows? Maybe we'll see the Maivia name on Hollywood billboards again sometime.
Well, before any of that happens, the High Chief needs to survive this war against the Animal.
From the top.
Drop. Oh, it's a piercing elbow. Maivia has Steele in his sights, looking to put the Animal down.
It's time to end this. There's the backbreaker.
And George is laid out.
Maivia overwhelming his opponent here.
And you can see Steele is struggling to weather the storm with the High Chief.
George the Animal Steele might be a bit of an underdog here. In fact, he lost the match by countout to the High Chief.
In Steele's defense, I'm not sure he knows how to count exactly, or how to read a rule book. So he's got to be happy to be...
Uh-oh.
I can't look. Please, no!
Rolling up the cage wall now.
And this is why high risk isn't always worth it. The only reward for crashing and burning from the top of the cage is an ambulance ride.
Oh, man. Strikes with a kick. Ooh. Boy, what a kick. Ooh. He's mounted an all-out assault right now.
A series of disabling maneuvers.
Into the pin. Could be over for Maivia. And the count doesn't even begin.
Still in it.
What a gutsy performance.
Going right after the arm and taking down their opponent effectively. Just
twin. Going for the pin for the win. Shoulder up even before a one count.
He didn't even let the ref start the count. Steele turning Maivia into the hunted here, looking to dethrone the High Chief.
They're going to have to try to fight out of this. Body shots connecting. The High Chief Peter Maivia really making a name for himself at WWE, but he's had plenty of experience on the way up.
Plenty of championships on the West Coast, but he's made the biggest splash in Hawaii, where he earned multiple tag team titles.
Oh yeah, Maivia is a huge celebrity on the islands. In fact, I've heard some consider him the personification of Maui.
Getting up real slow. Not quite all there.
He wants it one more time.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Is it enough? Is it enough for Peter Maivia?
There's two. And the High Chief defeats the animal.
Here is your winner, High Chief Peter Maivia.
Anytime these two have faced off, it's been eye for an eye. But the steel cage has finally delivered a decisive victory for the High Chief, Peter Maivia.
George Steele is one tough animal, but the way Maivia faced him in the cage tonight just reinforced what everyone already knew, that the High Chief is one tough Samoan.